A very warm greetings to us this morning. As usual, I want to bring this brief update video our way this morning to make us understand what is going on in the market, to give us a clear picture of where the market is headed to in the next 24 hours, in the next 1 week, and possibly in the next 1 month. Quickly, let's dive down to the charts, paying attention to the facts that are on the chart. Now, remember, I put up a two scenario for us. One of it is either this trend line, let me zoom out, this trend line, this orange line will serve as a support and establish as a support, confirm as a support for Bitcoin to move up to the prices of 25,000, which is our first major target. Now, what we are seeing Bitcoin breaking below that support line. Remember, as I have always told us, that every previous support become future resistance, and every previous resistance become future support. Now, this trend line used to serve as a support, but what we are seeing now, it is serving as a resistance, meaning Bitcoin will need some extra strength to break above it, because right now it is a resistance that has been established. Now, what this means is that on the daily time frame, we are seeing that the prices of Bitcoin are bearish. That is what it means. All right, now look at the RSI. Let's take a look at the RSI. The RSI right now is above 50. The RSI is still above 50. Remember, as I've always told us, whenever the RSI is above 50, there is still some hidden bullish momentum in the chart. So long as the RSI remains above 50, sentiment is tilting to the upside secretly. It will not be very clear to you, a newbie, a JJC, it will not be clear to you. But for those that understand how to interpret the chart, will know that it is not all bearish. There are some level of bullish momentum undertone. Now, let us move to what market participants have been doing. For the past 3 days, we have seen that the market participants so far that have dominated the market are those that are the sellers that are taking their short-term profit that they have made over the past 1 week. And we are seeing that even today, supply is coming in. That is, the sellers are still coming in. But that has not moved down the RSI below the bullish territory. The RSI is still above the bullish territory of above 50. That is what it is. You see this 50 line? Look at this 50. So long as this purple line, that zigzag purple line moving in different direction is the bullish RSI. And so long as it remains above the 50 line there, it means there is some hidden bullish momentum. And prices likely in the immediate term, short term, medium term will reverse back to the upside. That is exactly what it means. Let us quickly move to a weekly time frame so that you can see the picture becoming even more clearer. Let's go there. Let's go there to the weekly time frame. All right, I'm using another chart for that. So sorry for the switch. I'm using another chart for that. Let's go a weekly time frame. We are there already. All right, now this is very interesting. Look at the past 1 week. Bitcoin moved from the prices of around 20,000 to the prices of 23,000, almost 24,000. That was the move that Bitcoin made. And before this move, I have already pointed out to us what is likely to happen. I give us a pure scenario that this is likely to happen. All right, away from that, let's come to what is happening right now. Now, right now, we can see that the weekly candle, this green candle that you are seeing here, this is the weekly candle. And the weekly candle, so far we saw sell-off, like what we have seen on the daily time frame, where we are seeing all those red that we saw. They are the results of what we have seen right now here. This little tiny wick that we are seeing on top of this full-fledged green candle. That tiny wick that we are seeing on top of there is as a result of the 4 days of selling as a result of the 4 days of profit taking. That is what I've resorted to that. But you know what? That this week so far, we see that the price of Bitcoin did something significant. What is that? 21,500 was broken. Previous week we were below it. That 21,500 served as a serious resistance for the past 1 month, and as we came into this month of July, for the past 4 weeks, it was this fifth week that we saw the price of Bitcoin breaking above that resistance line of 21,500. And now what are we seeing? We saw a sell-off, but the sell-off that we are seeing has not taken away the profit, the entire profit that people made for the past 1 week. And what are we expecting right now? We are not expecting that Bitcoin should come to that price of 21,500. If at all Bitcoin will come down, we are looking at 21,700. That is what we are looking at. That is local resistance on a daily time frame. Sorry, I didn't make that very clear. A local resistance on the daily time frame, we have it around 21,700. That is what we are expecting. Now, furthermore, let us make things very clearer for us. You look at the RSI. Let me bring the RSI for us. Look at the RSI here. If you look at the RSI, the RSI right now, the bullish RSI is already crossing above the bearish RSI. Take note, this is a weekly time frame. That means we are likely to see the week we are entering next. That is, this week ends in the next 1 day, 14 hours. In the next 1 day, 14 hours, we are going to end this week. And if you look at the RSI, the bullish RSI, which is the purple line, right now is attempting to cross above the bearish RSI. Let me tell us something. Usually on weekends, Bitcoin tends to be very volatile. So we don't know what Bitcoin is going to do over the weekend. But what we expect is that Bitcoin will not come down drastically over the weekend. There may be some kind of volatility, but we are not expecting Bitcoin to come down very drastically over the weekend. Looking at what the RSI is showing to us, but the RSI already has crossed above, very tiny cross above the the bearish RSI. Now that is that for the weekly time frame. So therefore, if we see the next week candle opening above this yellow trend line, that is what it means is that we are going to be moving gradually to our price target of 25,500. Now, I want to quickly take us to the monthly chart, where it all become more interesting and even more clearer to us. Let us go to the monthly time frame. We move now to the time frame. Yeah, this is the frame of the Bitcoin. All right, now clearer. Now, this is the monthly time frame of the Bitcoin chart. And for the past 1 month, I have been telling us something. Not 1 month, for the past previous months, I've been telling us something. And what I've been telling us has successfully been, playing out right now. It is already playing out. What I've been telling us is successfully playing out right now. And I think it is going to play out even to the latter, to the end. Now, look at when we have this, bearish candle. Look at this bearish candle. Look at these yellow lines. This yellow arrow. It was a bearish, 3 consecutive months. The prices of Bitcoin went down for 3 months consecutive. 3 months consecutive, the price of Bitcoin went down. Now, at the end of that 3 months, take note of what happened. We saw 2 months, those white candles. Look at those white arrow pointing those 3 candles. We saw 2 months of consecutive uptrend. Now, away from that, let us look at what happened again. Now we saw another 3 months of consecutive downtrend. Look at those 3 yellow arrow pointing it clearly to us again. After that, what do we see? We saw 2 months of consecutive uptrend. All right, let's look at lastly again. What happened after that? We saw another 3 months of consecutive downtrend. At the end of the 3 months consecutive downtrend, I told us that these events that have happened are likely to repeat itself. Well, some people will say that history does not always repeat, but history does rhyme. And I told us that we should keep our fingers crossed that we are likely to see another 2 months of consecutive uptrend. That is for the month of July, for the month of August. So far, so good. We are ending the month of July in the next 8 days, 14 hours. And what have we seen? We have seen the price of Bitcoin rally above our target. We have seen the price of Bitcoin remaining green for this month of July. Now, what happens in the month of August? If history will repeat itself again, that means we are going to see another green month for August. That does not mean that we will not see some volatility. That does not mean we will not see some threat in the market. But you know what? We are still looking at our target of 25,000. We are sure and we are sure that the price of 25,000 will be hit in the month of August. Well, that does not mean that the price cannot turn against what we are seeing right now. That does not mean that the market cannot do otherwise. The market can do otherwise. But paying attention to the fact that on the chart right now, the odd favors 25K as our first major target. And after 25K, I think there are going to be some drama in the market. That is what I think. Now, expect the news from the Fed that will be coming out in the next day, in the next, next week or so, to cause some ripple in the market. But that will not be the cause of whatever will happen here. That will only be an effect. The news is not a cause of what happened in the market. The news is only an effect of what happened in the market. We have done our technical analysis. We are going to be keeping tabs on what happened based on our technical analysis. We are also going to be keeping tabs on what happened in the market based on the course of what is going to happen in the market based on the news that will be coming from the Fed in this month. Later, by next week, that will be 27, 28 precisely. That's when those news will be coming. So to keep it simple and in summary, our price target of 25,000 is still in view. And we're expecting the month of August to also be another green month. Please take note again, that does not mean that we will not see some turbulence in the market, but our eyes are fixed right now on 25,000. This is what I have to share with us right now. Thank you very much. Bye for now. See you in my next video. Don't forget, subscribe to this YouTube channel, like our video, and turn on the notification bell so that you get our videos real time as we upload them. Bye for now. Thank you very much. I remain my humble self, Henry.